This is the video overview that will walk you through how to apply for the fifth round of Loudoun County's COVID-19 Business Interruption Fund. The deadline to submit your application is Wednesday, September 30th at 12 p.m., which is noon. So this is the page that has all of the eligibility criteria. If you can scroll down to read through that information before you start your application, that is highly recommended. And then the deadline is copied there as well. Towards the bottom of this page is where you will find the official application itself. And you will see sign in and sign up instructions. So if you've already started your application and you're watching this video, you can use the email and password that you set up to log in. If you do not remember your password, simply click the Forgot Password link and walk through the prompts that it gives you. If you're still unable to access that, do contact our team. You can email loudounbiz@loudoun.gov and we'll help you with some troubleshooting. But if you're just getting started and this is your first sign up, you'll click over under Need an Account, that sign up button here, and you'll want to use your email address to sign in and create a password. So I recommend either writing that down or making sure it's a password that you'll remember. And once you click sign up, the portal will update. You might need to scroll up just a little bit here. It'll show you that you're logged in. My email address is right here. And the first thing that you'll want to do is create a profile. So the profile will give us just a little bit of information about you before you start your business application. So you'll have So if you're the owner of your business, you could put business owner. You can add your phone number here as well. Now note that on this part, the email address, it can be different from the email address that you signed up with, but whatever email address that you put here is going to be the one that county staff are reaching out to you on. So you want to make sure that this is an email address that you are monitoring regularly so that we can clarify any additional details needed with you. And once you've got those few fields filled in, you'll click Create Profile, and that's saved, and it'll refresh the page, and I can see this green complete here, letting me know that that is done. And now I'm able to actually start a business application. If you're applying to the fund for more than one business that you own, you'll need to create a separate business application for each of the businesses that you own. So get started with just one business here by clicking the Get Started button. And under Round 5 application, this is where you'll want to open the application to get started. As you can see, the Submit button is gray. When all of your Round 5 application information is done, this Submit button will change to green, and you'll be able to click it to submit it to Loudoun County for a review. So I'm going to click this blue Open button and just continue putting in my information here. This can be your company's name, that as it is listed on your IRS Form W-9 that you'll submit to the county. And if you do business under a different name, you can add that here if applicable. We'll want to know what type of business it is. And then we're asking for your home address as well. So your home address. And this can be Ashburn. And the next question is going to ask, is your Loudoun County business address the same as your home address? So if it is, you will not have to add any, if your business address is the same, you'll not have to add any additional information. If your business address is different, you will have to enter that. And if the address listed on your IRS W-9 form is different, you'll be required to provide that as well. I'm just going to toggle those to yes. The next question asks whether your business is located in one of Loudoun County's 7 incorporated towns. They're listed here in alphabetical order. You'll note that for some of the towns, Hillsborough and Purcellville have some additional information that we recommend reading through if your town is located in those business. Excuse me, if your business is located in those towns, there may be some additional programs that you're eligible for. If your business has an employer identification number, you'll enter that here. If you do not, we will ask for the Social Security number that's associated with your business. And note, this next question is optional. It asks what communities that you identify with or consider yourself a part of. So you'll want to check off any of those that you belong to. Or you can, as I said, it is optional, so you can leave that blank. Please note that this is simply just for some data collection purposes, and it absolutely does not affect your application's eligibility in any way. The next question is required to answer, but again, it does not affect your application's eligibility in any way. It simply ensures that county staff are able to have some translation services lined up for you if you need it when we give you a call to confirm the information that you submit. So the next step will ask about your lease expiration date. If you have one, you can type it here, or simply say NA if you do not, and then enter the rent amount and the number of employees. This question only applies to W-2 employees for your business. So if you have independent contractors who work under a 1099 form, please do not include those numbers in this field. Only the W-2 employees should be entered on this field. This next part of the application asks a little bit of financial information about your business. So you'll want to be very careful as you're entering those amounts. If you want to save your application and come back, you can do that. Maybe you don't have these 2018 or 2019 numbers on hand. And that's fine. And I'll show you how to do that in a moment. How to save. So if you need to save your application, just scroll down to the bottom. The very bottom of your application. And there will be a save draft button there that you can click to save that draft. It'll save your changes, and you'll be able to log back in and finish your application at any time before that deadline on September 30th. Okay, now I'm scrolling back up. So I started to put in my financial information here. I'm just honestly making up some numbers just for fun. And you'll notice that all of these fields that are lighter, these are where you want to enter your information, but these fields that are grayed out, these are automatically calculated and populated based on the information that we're entering in this field. So you're not able to edit those. You don't need to worry about those, but it's simply displayed to help you ensure to just serve as a check and see that on the information you're entering. So perhaps before this number this is your projected revenue before the impact of COVID-19. So be sure to enter, what you thought your business, your revenue was going to be in 2020 before the coronavirus changed things. Note that this one is a projected, but the 2019 and 2018 numbers are actuals that we want to have entered. So see that. And these numbers, now we're going to go into a month by month for all of them, the 2020 months so far that we've had. So from January to September. So you'll want to enter your actual revenue here and your actual expenses. Again, I'm just putting in some numbers, but please use your business's actuals here. And you'll see that these grade fields are calculating again. As you continue, it will add in the revenue percent change from the previous month and the previous year. So you can watch those calculate. Just continuing to put in the actuals month by month, my actual revenue and my actual expenses. And we do that January through August. And when you get through September, of course, we are still in this month of September. So please put in the projected revenue and your projected expenses through the end of this month of September. This next section is asking for a little bit of narrative information about your business impacts. So you'll want to type in some information here to let us know about the impact that COVID-19 has had on your business, as well as outline how you're planning to use the business interruption fund to retain any employees that you may have or keep your business operating during these times. And finally, provide any other information that you would like to have considered as part of the application. We do need one file to be uploaded here, and that is your Form W-9. That is a form that will allow from your business to that is the form that it goes from your business to the county. So this form is required in order to identify your business's employer identification numbers and allows the county to award you funds if you are indeed chosen for a grant. So you'll want to have that file downloaded ahead of time. You can save it, save your changes, and then you can attach it here. The form you can download from right here. And if you want to save and upload your information, that's great. If you want to download it and print it out, and then you can take a photo of it and then upload the photo here, that's acceptable as well. Okay. Now this next section is going to help review the eligibility criteria. So just note that eligibility at this stage does not guarantee receipt of the funds. But we want to make sure that your business has between 0 and 100 W-2 employees, that your business should have less than $5 million in gross annual receipts. The business must have been in operation prior to March 1st, 2020, and the business has at least a 25% loss in revenue that can be attributed to COVID-19. And of course, your business must be licensed and operational for-profit business in Loudoun County, Virginia. If you are not sure about your business license status, here is some contact information for the County Commissioner of Revenue. We recommend reaching out to them as soon as possible so that if you need to update or provide any new documentation before we review your application, that's, again, recommended to do. If any of these eligibility questions, by the way, if you're hitting no, the application will let you know based on your answers above you don't meet the criteria. And then just a few more pieces of information here. Your business could not have received funding in any previous round of the county's business interruption fund. We have had 4 rounds already. And you also may not have, your business may not have received funds from a similar grant process offered in any of Loudoun's incorporated towns. So we've listed those. Just if you received funds from the Leesburg Business Infusion Grant, the Lovettsville Business Interruption Fund, or Percival Business Interruption Grant, you will not be eligible for this 5th round of Loudoun County's fund. Also, and if you are awarded, you'll be asked to provide the Economic Development Authority with some additional banking information. Again, this is another piece that the county will require in order to provide you funds. So just, I understand and will comply, or if you cannot do this, select that. This final field here, you will see your application number generated sometime after submission. That number is something that you'll be able to log in again and reference within a few days, or just know that after your application is submitted, between October 5th and 13th, a member of the Loudoun County government staff is going to call you to just confirm all of the information on this application. And at that time, we will provide you with your application number as well. So I'm going to mark this as complete. As I said earlier in this video, you can save the draft if there's any information that you don't have on hand or that you needed to look up before you submit it. That's a great option. And all of that, anything that data that you've inputted already is going to save, and you'll be able to log back in and continue working on the application before the deadline on September 30th at noon. So I'm clicking Mark Complete. And it was complete. If there's any missing information at that time, it will let you know. It will let you hit save. It will not let you mark as complete. But it looks like I got all my information in. I see my green complete here, so I know that that is this business application is ready, and I can click the green submit button, and the screen lets me know that this has been submitted. So what I can do now is go back to, if I have a second business that I also own and I want to apply for that business as well, I can go back to this main page of the portal where put in my profile information. And I see that this business, my business name was Demo, but your business name will show here. And it should show as submitted. And you can click add another if you have another business that you need to add in. Please note that once you submit your application, you will not be able to make any edits. So that is an important piece to know as well. And once your application is submitted, keep your phone on hand, continue monitoring the email address that you provided in your profile, because that will be the main way that that will keep in touch with you. And a member of our staff is going to call you sometime in early October between the 5th and the 13th to go through all of the information on your application, provide your business interruption fund application number, and we will resolve any document issues at that time.